we going. It's back up and running.
That's what's up. That's definitely what's up.
And you know what's so crazy? When you're doing something like that, you self-teach yourself or you watch like videos or something, like changing brake pads and rotors, man, you think like how long you've been driving and how long you've been paying people to do that. And I understand,
Right.
hey, because it's the time. That's all it is. It's just the time. You got the time to do that shit, then definitely, you know what I'm saying, you definitely would do it on your own. But if you really, want to save time, you ain't really got time to be dealing with it, just go ahead and pay that couple dollars and get it done. But now that I know how easy that shit is, bro, oh
Yeah,
man,
you like, oh no, I'm about to do this from now on. Like I've been getting gypped. You feel like you been getting gypped.
right? Because all this time you could have been doing it on your own, or at
Hey,
least
prime
self-taught.
example. Prime example though, cuz look at us, we got the baldies. We know how to do this shit ourselves, but you wouldn't believe how many dudes go to a barbershop still, even looking like this. Something simple that we do, we take care of our own. What up, sis? You good?
This,
On
yeah,
Not much. But yeah,
with it.
yeah, man. So if it wasn't for the experience that we had with that stuff, we'd be the dudes that's still paying to get haircuts instead of saying, you know what, screw it, let me go ahead and get the clippers and do all this myself. Think
Mm-hmm.
about how much money we saving just off of that. You know, the prices then went up.
definitely.
Price,
Imagine me
but
with
they tax
$5 million.
dollars.
Exactly.
It's a lot.
Exactly. Exactly. But
So,
yeah, man.
hey, how you feeling, girl? How you been?
Tired. I feel good though, but I'm tired. We packing.
Yeah. Yeah. Same
That's
here.
why I had to come sit in my
Same here.
living room.
I feel you on that.
Change a little scenery. I dig that. That's
Thank
what it
you.
is.
Yep.
This is the room
So
nobody ever sit. I don't let nobody sit in my living room.
you said what?
That's the grown
This
folks
nobody.
area. That's kids don't.
No, not even grown. Nobody. Not nobody sitting here. Nobody. I can
Oh,
count on my hand. I had furniture for 5 years. I can count on one hand how many times people sat on this furniture.
wow. I get
No
that though.
answer.
Everybody, you know, in some places, everybody got a room like, okay, that's untouchable. That's room is for us, not for everybody else. I get that. That's
Yeah.
cool. I totally get that. Let
Yeah,
me
that's
ask y'all something,
old
man.
school though. That's old school. Like
Yeah,
that's your grandpa.
definitely.
Like you can't go in that room. You know.
Yeah.
Right, right. Yeah, I already know. I grew up with that going on too. So yeah, I already knew what it was. Of course, that intrigued me to want to go in there anyway. But yeah,
Right.
what I'm
Exactly.
about to say to y'all, what's one of y'all biggest pet peeves at work?
The work snitch.
The
Ooh.
work snitch?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the work, yeah, the little work, the one that the follower, the one that got to follow the boss around.
The work
Mm,
snitch, company ass kisser, and motherfucker who think he own the goddamn shit and he ain't nothing but just a assistant manager.
yeah, they snitch so much you think they're getting paid extra to snitch and they don't be getting nothing. I dealt with that before.
Yeah,
And it is
For me, you know what? And I feel y'all on that. At one point, that was what used to bother me the most. However, as I started elevating my mind at my old job, I realized it ain't the snitch that's the biggest problem. It's the supervisor that don't control nothing outside of that job. That be going home every day and don't wear the pants in his relationship.
so he come to work with that bullshit.
And yeah,
Right.
those are the bigger problems, bro. Because they get to come to work being flexy and be only because that power trip they don't have a power trip at the crib because they
right.
don't run the show. They
Mm-mm.
let somebody else run them. So when they get in that position of power, it's like, oh, I'm that nigga. Nah, bro. You was a sucker at 21. You still one now. You gotta relax.
Right.
You know. So yeah, I think that's the worst problem, in my opinion. You know, I've dealt with work snitches. It was a lot of them. Like it was like at one point I thought there was a gang. Like, oh nigga, I bet you I can out snitch you. Ha! Like I thought it was like that. That's how bad it was with them
You
at work.
you want to know the most dangerous ones though? We talking about corporations, right? We dealing with corporate. The dangerous ones. I'm talking about that office cubicle life. The dangerous pet peeves in that shit, dog, is that boys and girls club, that managers club, bro.
Mm,
That shit is hell of a. And
It is.
me, I'm nowhere near inside the good
that
club.
realm.
Nowhere near in there no more, bro. Just off of mistakes and shit that things that happen on the day to day, and you try to focus and lock in on your job, make sure your shit is done, and you tighten everything. You kind of miss some things, and then they kind of frown upon it. And then the fact that I'm black and I work for a Japanese-based company as well. So, some of their standards and rules and how they work and how they do things and process shit is a lot different from how we deal with it. And so when you make some mistakes and you handle it the wrong way, man, you get up out of there real quick. And, everybody looking at you crazy. And I don't care. I don't care what nobody got to say about me and my job. Because can't nobody whip my ass in that bitch. And if they I'm real hard with it because I'm not playing with none
That,
of them. And
Right.
and it's not even that type of energy with none of those folks in there. A lot of those folks in there that I'm cool with, they cool. No never
Right.
back, but they know what time it is with me because I've always voiced things because that's just who I am. But that managers club, bro, dangerous. Stay
Yeah.
away from any of them. And if
Yeah.
you around them, I would suggest that you just do your thing, stay out of the mix. If ask you to come to parties and all that, do maybe one, maybe two, or just again, stay away, bro, because you get caught up in bullshit, man. And
Yeah.
it's ass kissing.
Yeah. I agree, man. And you
and
know what's funny? Speaking of this, go ahead, Nate. No, no, go
another
ahead. What was you about to say?
micromanagers.
Oh yeah, the ones that stay on your back. Oh yeah, definitely. They creep. You doing your job just fine, and they creeping, watching you like, hey,
Yeah.
my God, like, are you trying to tell me you play for the other side or something? Like, why are you watching me? You
Yeah,
know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
yeah. Like my manager got me on that same tip. Like he gave me a bad score on my performance review. Like, what I'm saying? Trying to make it seem like I wasn't doing what I was supposed to be doing, but at the same time, when I was doing my data on the test track, analyzing it, coming up with my own numbers, he was analyzing my data as well. And then he
Yeah.
was making his report and then he was presenting it to people because he needed to have progress or have, some sort of update, which I was providing, but it wasn't to his liking. So he just took it upon himself to do what he wanted to do with my material, my shit, right? And then next thing you know, fast forward and now he got a promotion. He, senior management and everything, raise all that. And it's, wow,
Mm,
like, and he's done that to quite a few people. Like he's an emotional type dude and a low key slight narcissist. It's a little controlling. Like if you kind of like go against what his word is or his expertise, and you give off your opinionated, answer or opinionated advice, he'll look down on that. Like if it's something he
Wow.
ain't do, yeah, he'll look down on
wow.
that and he'll mark you down for that. It's like, whoa, wait a minute, bro. Like, what? How? I know how to do the job. I do the job well. Come to work. I do this. I do that.
Exactly.
So, problem. It's a lot of issues, bro. Dealing with this corporate world, engineering and nursing and all that. This corporate world, the corporate life.
The
Bull.
Yeah.
politics. It's
Yeah.
politics everywhere.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah, I definitely understand it, man. But let's get into this topic, man. You know, I've had some experiences with what we getting into, and it's crazy how it happens, man. But in y'all since y'all here and we about to talk about this, how have y'all dealt with something you've put out there get used against you? Your freedom of speech getting used against you.
Mm.
Nay, what about you? What happened in that type of situation if you had one?
Let me tell you this. This is funny though, because I had to think about it. I'm like, have that ever happened? It's funny, my baby daddy. So what I used to do is, he'll piss me off. It's my fucking page. I'll say how the fuck I feel, and he would go on there and be like going. When I say going, and I wouldn't say nothing but the truth. I wouldn't even like go on there like my baby daddy a deadbeat. Now, I wouldn't say that kind of stuff at first till he take me there. I might say like, dang, you know, he ain't come get his kids. He did it, and you know, something like that. Like that's fucked up, and you know, my day fucked up or something like that. You know, one time I remember I dropped my kids up to his ass and pulled the fuck off because I was like, nigga, get your fucking kids, you know. And he went on social media when I said what I said, like, you know, went back on me like this, you know, she do this, she do this, you know, my baby mama always posting stuff, you know, to the point where I had to block him. I had to block him. I'm like, I can't even, so we ain't been friends on social media for a long time because I say what I want to say. This is my page. I can vent on my page. I can say what I want to say on my page. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking the truth. Then I go on your page and you saying I'm a deadbeat mom, but my kids live with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying it's fucked up that I got the kids all the time, but I understand, like I told y'all before, babies, mama's babies, daddy's babies, and that's just how it rolls. 9 times out of 10. So I'm okay with being a mama because I chose that role.
Right, got you.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that. Cause of what about?
Man, as we start to see, as of late, you know, throughout the late, let's say about 5 years with these rappers, you know what I'm saying? They be going on these shows and then go on these, they have these little songs and then go on these interviews and they saying shit and they're not even noticing, they incriminating themselves. And that's just how things are starting to happen. You know, for me and my my personal life, you know, that's happened to me, you know, with my kid, you know, by me having my own Low Talk podcast and having a segment talking about co-parenting and the do's and don'ts and giving my little short little, you know, experience, if you will, but never was it like direct bashing or anything. No names was named or any of that sort. But that was definitely used against me in court. Like all of everything that I said, that whole episode was used against me in court, which resulted to my situation being the way it is now, along with things that was just made up. And it's just crazy how our freedom of speech nowadays, bro, it's like they trying to burn that constitution, man. It's like shit that we say, it's gonna count against you. And it's gonna be certain things that just we can't say. It's fucked up. It's crazy. And my situation, just going back to for me, it's just so unfortunate, man, how cars play out. And all I can do, all I have done in this situation is I've just planned to, you know, fight back. I just gotta fight, you know, fire with fire. If that's how dirty you want to play it, then okay, all right, I can do the same thing because you were stupid enough to send me a recording of something that's incriminating you as a parent. So, like, you're an idiot. And then, you know, I have everything that I have as far as text messages and pictures and all that, you know, so I got a case and I definitely am getting the ball rolling on that. You know, Uncle Kenny, you know, he's talking to some folks. You know, my wife, she works, you know, at a law firm, so she's getting to talking to some folks. And, you know, we're trying to just game plan and strategize at this moment because, like, there's no way, there's no way, bro, that you can use my material, something that's freedom of speech. I could say pretty much anything I want, and that be held against me as a parent for me to see my son or be around my kid. That's flat out bullshit. And that just lets you know that not school system. That just let you know this system that we are living in right now, man, is straight up fraud. Straight up fraud.
Yeah, it is. It is, man.
So what they're saying basically is that you can't say what you want to say on social media, and that'll stop you from seeing your child. That make you a bad parent because you talk whatever you say on social media.
Yeah, I mean everything that was, you know, it's been a whole case of things that she has fabricated. Like you got to understand, she struck first in the court system by making these allegations and then help that she called, you know, not to talk about this and make this a co-parent issue or whatever, but just to give a little background. You know, there was 2 CPS cases and everything else, and one was because I made my son do push-ups. She thought that was very vicious, that I made my son do push-ups because he chose deliberately not to defend himself. And as a boy in this world, and him being biracial, you know, light skinned, he's gonna get picked on a lot. He's gonna get picked on from both sides. You know, he's gonna get a lot of things happening to him in this world. I mean, hell, he already witnessed or been through a racial issue where, you know, another black kid called him LJ called him a stupid white boy. And that's crazy for an 8-year-old, 7, 8-year-old to go through some shit like that early. But that shit is happening, y'all. So, you know, we can be surprised, but we can't be too surprised.
Right.
So making your son do push-ups.
Making my son, back to that. So making my son do push-ups because I wanted to encourage him, like, yo, man, look, if you're not gonna defend yourself, I'm gonna make you do push-ups. Because I didn't want to make it to a thing where I beat him up and, you know, hitting him and all of that stuff. Because that's not gonna do nothing for him on his psyche. And I don't want to push him too hard and try to do these things that we were brought up in, because our kids aren't raised or brought up in a situation that we were brought up in. Ooh, excuse me. So I try to do things more differently than how I was raised. And so I'm like, look, it's fitness, is something to help you build your strength. So you doing push-ups is no problem. But she thought it was a problem to a point where that was abuse, and encouraged and lied to say that I encouraged my stepson to hit him so LJ could do push-ups, and that's just ludicrous. Like, why the fuck would I want to do that just to see my son do push-ups?
Right.
Like, what type of asshole do you think I am? Like, I'm not going to just dumbass bullshit and that type of mental and physical abuse to my son. I'm not a monster, bro. I love my son. That's my son. That's more. So I'm going to do anything I need to do to prepare him mentally. That's what my problem and my thing was. And that's where we deferred, because I wanted to prepare him mentally for shit, which is what he's not for, because he got called a stupid white boy and he ain't even white. And he crying and boo-hooing. All right. Raised over at a household where, you know, anywho.
Encourage it, you know, and then the worst part about your situation is that you didn't make any threats. You didn't say, I'm about to kill her. You didn't say nothing that could have got you in any type of trouble for real, let alone courts using it against you. So I think that's trash. And you're right. The shit is set up against us, man.
I agree.
I had a situation years ago, like in my 20s. You know, when I first got on social media, obviously I'm young. I'm not using it properly. So I'm going on rants. I'm talking crazy. I'm talking reckless. But it was like a release therapy, if you will. You know, because it was like, all right, you know what? I can't do nothing about this situation. Let me talk about it, get it off my chest, and leave it the fuck alone. At least that's how I was looking at it at the time. But in hindsight, it was very unhealthy and childish. And there was a time where I got into it with the owner of the store I used to work at. And the owner came at me sideways, bro, like just Jewish. So he came at me like he was like, I don't know, bro. He just talked crazy. He had a funny voice too. So me getting yelled at him did not sit well with me at all. I can't remember for the life of me what I said to him. But I know it was something along the lines of, hey, man, you need to pipe down, something like that. It was basically me trying to tell him to calm down or whatever. But I didn't really get irate with him like I could have. I just let him know, like, hey, bro, I don't know who you think you're talking to, but you ain't better be talking to me like that. It was along those lines. So I made a status about something. It had to be pertaining to that situation because I got fired shortly after that, like hours later. Didn't even get fired from the person that was firing me. My supervisor called me telling me, hey, you know, he's the boss. It was like the owner, and then it was the owner's like his manager. And then boom, my manager. And then boom, next thing you know, I get a phone call. Hey, they said they don't want you to come back. I'm like, did they say what it was about? Was it because I checked the old boy? What was it about? Something about what you posted on Facebook. What? How can you fire me for something that I said on Facebook? So what? I said something on Facebook. Who cares? But I see how it matters. You know, to a degree. I see both sides of it. I'll say that. It definitely wasn't it probably wasn't a good look about whatever it was I posted, because I can't remember. I used to talk too much shit. But at that particular time, I know it was related to the incident. You know what I'm saying? I knew it had something to do with what I said, what happened at my job. So I figured, hey, I confronted it head on. What's the problem with me posting about it?
Right.
But hey, whatever it was, they felt the need that it was better off for me not to work there no more over a status. Now, again, to some degree, I get it on a professional level. But on the flip side, it's like, did you die? Like, did I put you in the hospital? Did my words really cut you that deep, my friend? Like, like, seriously, what did I really do that was that bad for you to say, I want to fire you? The owner of the store came at me sideways.
They want you there, period.
Exactly. Come on, man.
They had to find something.
Yeah.
That was easy. Like, oh, you know what? He posted something.
Yeah.
They didn't want you there, period, dog. That's all that was.
I know they didn't, because that was the one time that I worked somewhere and I had to deal with some deep-rooted racism. So I knew they didn't want me there, bro. Not at all.
That's what.
Yeah, so it was crazy. I never witnessed something like that before in my life, bro. Like, somebody would run off, steal something. They like, you know, the dude was Jewish, like I said, so he talked funny to me. You know what I'm saying? He had this funny accent. He was like, I see if Brandon did it. Was it Brandon? And like, why would it be me just because I'm the only black guy?
You're the only black dude in there.
God,
he just know you did something, bro.
What was trash about it though, happening right before I started getting accused of stuff, a black lady that used to work there drove a Beamer. She got caught stealing. So you see the trickle down effect?
Ain't that ironic? See what I'm saying? See, it be the closest ones. And that's what they don't understand. They think that, oh, this is the close one, so I'm solid, I'm straight. You do have your solid ones, but you got your snakies in your car. You know what I'm saying? So you got to watch out for them.
Yeah.
And look what happened. He ended up getting rid of the innocent guy and got bit.
And see, but you know what? Going through that experience, that kind of turned me into a monster, because at that point, oh, y'all about to be accusing me of shit? I'm about to give y'all a reason to accuse me. I started stealing. So, right. So, you know, and like I said, I get some of the stuff that was happening, especially me getting fired. But on another side of it, I don't see it. Like, you didn't get robbed. I didn't hit a lick on y'all and take all the money. You know what I'm saying? I didn't try to.
I honestly don't.
Stuff to take over the store, nothing like that. Like, y'all wanted to have some type of control, and y'all couldn't. I wasn't that person in control. I have a problem with authority. So, yeah.
It don't matter. If this is my freedom of speech, if I'm allowed to say whatever I want to say, I should be able to do that. And it shouldn't make me, lose my job. If I got an issue with somebody at work, if I ain't name dropping, so what?
Right. Yeah, that's true too.
If I'm speaking in general, how does a person speak in general, especially when you're dealing with a podcast? Pardon me.
Mm-hmm.
You're a podcast, and you have content, daily content, even rappers content. How does that equate for you to sit here and use that against you?
Right.
When you're speaking in general.
Right. Yeah, that's true too.
Not you saying directly like, yeah, fuck this, F that, F bomb and this, all that. You speak, you naming names, you naming companies, you naming all kind of where they live. Then yeah, it's like, okay, brother, hold on, dude, you're doing a little too much.
Right.
But if I'm on a podcast and I'm talking in general, just giving content, how does that give you what did I violate?
Yeah.
That'd be my answer. Like, what did I violate? What was the violation?
Yeah, you talk your experience.
It's fact. You see, people don't like when facts come out. Like they want to silence the facts, and I'm not
Yeah.
right over that shit. I'm letting everything out, letting it be known. This is my story. So if somebody asks and topic is there, I'm gonna talk. I'm gonna share. Fuck it. I don't care. You're not gonna stop me from me giving my experience. You know, telling my story. You're not gonna stop me from that. How can you?
Right. What you gonna do? Just shut off
I'm
my?
not saying your name.
Yeah. What you gonna do? Shut off my internet only? The only thing you can do to stop me is kill me.
Right.
Yeah.
And most of the people that be wanting you to stop ain't got it in them. Ain't got it in them to kill you.
Nope. Not at all, brother.
Why they gonna keep talking and hating and trying to block and all that stuff?
Yeah.
You know.
Mm-hmm.
And if they do got it in you to kill you, they got sense enough to know they about to die right after you.
Yep.
So, hey, it is.
So,
All right.
Jackpot Ken said, "Don't stoop to their level. Imagine you to be. Don't stoop to the level they imagine you to be. That's letting them win, bro. Karma is real, and it will hit them later for sure."
Oh, definitely.
And then T said, "You should be able to do and say whatever except post guns and stuff like that," which is true. I agree.
You shouldn't be able to do all that posting gun. And why would you? Why would you want to post guns and bring all that, you know, heat to your page? That's stupid.
I feel like people. It's one thing to post a gun and say, "Hey, look at my new toy." It's another thing when you doing all of this. You know.
Yeah.
Like yeah, we got them. Like it's different. It's different ways to post. You know what I'm saying? Like when you doing all of that and you want to say gang, nigga, all that, you become a target at that point. You know? It's a big difference. It's all about how you post. Just like how people always tell us, it ain't what you say, and it's how you say it. It's how you post. Now.
Post now. If you posting like a tough guy, people gonna take you as that because that's all they see. So they see the streets, they expecting the tough guy that you've been posting online.
Exactly.
So
all the money you post, they expecting that.
Or it's gonna be some questions.
Yeah.
Eyebrows raised.
You posting all that shit. Like, why would you post stacks and stacks of money and you ain't got no job?
Hey, it's people out here with rollies that don't own the house, bro. I never understood it. What's the point of having a rollie? I get that a rollie is an investment, you know, but why would you get something so expensive and you don't even own your own home?
That part.
I don't understand that, dog. Like I really don't.
People still have all these rollies, Cardis, and all this extra, you know, luxury, you know, all these, you know, all this bullshit, right? But don't own a goddamn thing.
Right.
Yeah.
A car, you don't even own that bitch. That's in somebody else's name.
Right. Exactly. Like get your
together. Ain't even in your name. That's in somebody else's name. You just paid for it. So yeah, you own it because you paid for it, but it's still not in your name, so it really don't even matter.
Yeah.
Something happened to it. It ain't like you can go get it. It ain't yours.
Right. Oh, to Jackpot. You right, dog, about stupid to the level. I was, like I said, I was in my 20s, bro. I was a child. I was a real child, bro. So that back then, that was the old way of thinking. I'm a different person now. I'll never get on that level again of thinking because I've leveled up too much mentally. Too much. So hey, yeah, that's old me. He done it.
We used to always do that revenge tour, like, you know, something happened, like, I'm gonna get you back.
Yeah.
Get you back, you really, really not gonna like that shit. You're gonna be mad as fuck. So
yeah. I used to thrive off
that too, because I've learned being that way, that even though you get that revenge or whatever you do that make you feel good, that karma gonna come right back at your ass. So it's like, what are you really gaining from something? It's like, nah, you know what? I'll let karma deal with you and I'll just keep it moving, man. Because I'm not gonna fucking stop my blessings for some petty shit.
Yeah, and if it don't come right back, it does sneak up on you in the worst way possible. So there's that too, you know. But that used to be the type of person I was, because the way I saw it, if I don't get you back for what you did, and that depends on the level of what you did, I have to get you back in order for me to get over it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And sometimes it used to work. Sometimes I didn't feel anything. Once I got to the point where I wasn't feeling nothing by getting even, I was like, this is trash. And then on top of that, something worse can come from it because I don't just know how to get even. If somebody throw dirt on my name, I throw mud on theirs and throw some shit. So it won't be even at that point. I took it a step further. So it's going to keep going on. It's going to get exhausting until
Right.
somebody dies. So what's the point?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, when somebody died, then it just turned into whole. Yeah, it's time to avoid shit, man. We getting too old for the bullshit and the shenanigans, bullshit shit.
Exactly.
We ain't got that.
So we got a couple more comments. Yusuf said everybody want to show off. Jackpot said, what if I'm part of the NRA and I hold events? Would I get the same treatment? My cousin Tay said, we always talk about this. You got a Rolex but don't own nothing at all. Like, how? How you got a $20,000 watch? You ain't got no good credit and you own nothing.
Don't own shit.
Yeah, that doesn't really make any sense to me.
You got a whole dog ass Hellcat or a G Wag, not a G Wag. You got them Dodge Wranglers and shit like that, but you rent an apartment.
Right. Yes. You live in an apartment, but that's why they can afford
Now,
it.
now that'd be cool if it was you were gifted some shit like that, and you off to college and you got a nice ass car and you going to school.
No, don't give me no motherfucker Rolex. Put that shit up for me so I can help me. Give me that 20 bands so I can get my credit together so I can own shit. So I can, like, don't give me no motherfucking Rolex. Not a doing well.
I don't know, because I mean, having a Rolex, that shit ages well. Like the older.
Well, I know. Well, I mean, I understand that because my mama, that's my mom saying. My mother got a few Rolex, right? And the reason why she like, nigga, these motherfuckers worth money. I get it, but I'm like, if you don't, but I would rather be gifted a Rolex once like, let me be good. If you gonna spend $20,000 on me a watch, $15,000 on me a watch, help me get my credit together.
Yeah.
Like, cause credit is when I say credit run every motherfucking thing, fuck how much money you got, credit.
Well, I'll kind of argue that. Kind of depending on what you're looking at, because that's an asset. When you have something as a Rolex, that's an asset. So they can still help you with that credit and give you that $20,000 watch.
True.
You building when you talking about building your credit, that ain't nothing that's hard. But you got this $20-something thousand watch that's gonna age well, that's gonna gain value later. You can't go wrong, honestly, in my opinion. But I feel what you're saying though. But I kind of look at it differently.
Yeah.
Sell it.
Yep. Used to just sell or just sell it, and you can fix your credit by selling it.
You can.
You know what I'm saying? So that's a good look too. That'll definitely work. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, I wouldn't want a Rolex right now. I wouldn't care who got it or whatever. Like if I had the money to buy it, if I don't own no house, I'm not getting that Rolex first. I'm not getting that Rolex before I get no house. Like I'm just not doing that. Let alone posting about it. And again, it goes back to what we was just talking about. People be living these alternate lives on social media by portraying this lifestyle that they don't really have. Like, sit up here and be comfortable with a Rolex, and I don't have a house, or I don't have a reliable car. Like, one thing, if I can't drive, okay, fine, or I don't like driving, cool, I can have a Rolex as long as I got a house. But I'm not about to be driving no beat up car with a Rolex either.
I know that.
So it's certain things just not gonna feel right. All right, prime example. Remember how it was in school, and your mama wanted to act like she was cheap or she legit couldn't afford something, so she bought you the off-brand version of some shit. You know how that feel, right?
The worst. You got with Bobos on.
You go to work, you go to school wearing some no-name shit. Somebody trying to tag check you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I remember that.
Yeah, no, that's exactly what that would feel like for me. Why am I wearing this Rolex and my car don't even?
Yo.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
People become targets real quick, on social media. You got stacks of money posted. Guess what? Next time somebody see you that know you be posting that money, they gonna rob you.
They gonna expect for you to have them bands, or
Yep.
that, even if they don't rob you, they may even come out there and beg for it first.
Yeah.
Oh, man, do me a solid real quick. Oh, you can't do it. Oh, all right, now it's time to get down on you because you got it. So it's
Right.
like you ain't gonna help me out.
Yeah.
So it's just too much attention. Self snitching is a thing nowadays. I grew up in an era where snitching was not allowed, or you just don't condone or do not do.
Yeah.
Nowadays, you have people who self snitch, like posting all that money. Like, dude, these people monitor these social
Yeah.
media. They look at your profile, they Google you, or they look you up. They know what type of job you have. They need to watch a documentary, man. I can't remember the name of it, but there was some people who work for social media companies like YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and they were saying like that's how a lot of people were getting indicted, because they would see these things and they would just, oh, okay, look at this video. And they would say, have these videos in this one little, file or one little area. They'll send all that shit to, and they'll just be getting people left and right, cracking cases. And they use all that material.
Yeah, they do.
So,
you know what though?
please be advised to not just be posting that kind of stupid shit knowing you work at Wendy's, but you out here doing like this, like, yeah, nigga, like, no, come on, bro. Stop.
Yeah. And it ain't nothing wrong with you working at Wendy's.
No,
but
it's not.
if you work at Wendy's,
No, but you
like
got
you work at Wendy's.
Come on,
Yeah,
bro.
but trade like you work at Wendy's, especially if you owe money to somebody. So you gotta relax. You gotta relax. But I really wish people would stop doing that. But at the same time, some people are just so used to having nothing. When they finally get something, they gotta show it off. They missed out on some type of attention that they was missing early on, and they just now getting it, and you could get it instantly right here. So why not?
Social media, going on social media gonna get you fucked up though, like you said.
Yeah.
Gets you.
Yeah.
That's true. That's definitely true.
Yeah. So y'all, we appreciate y'all coming in, man. Welcome. We thank y'all for coming in. So listen,
and what's happening? How y'all
doing?
We got.
Y'all can tap in if y'all would like to. 2 minutes.
We got Cuzzo. Oh, Sierra, what's happening? See my man King. He was all on my wife Sunday at church, man. I don't like that.
Yeah, man. So, hey, anybody want to tap in? Come on through. We can talk about it, man. When has your freedom of speech been used against you?
Is there any point in time where you was in a situation where you publicly said something on any platform and some sort of way it was just used against you? No matter if it was the court of law, no matter if it was your job, something in the street, whatever. Anytime, you know what I'm saying, something situation that happened like that, tap on in, man. Let's talk.
Yeah.
Oh man, we really
come on
stories, because I know somebody got a story to tell.
Yeah.
And G.
So yeah, I really think that's a big deal though, man. I don't think certain things shouldn't be used against you though.
Fucking hurt me when you start talking about it.
What's going on?
Cuzzo, what's the deal?
What up, though? How y'all doing?
Good.
We good, you know.
So it's crazy that you guys brought up the freedom of speech, because I was just having this conversation at an event that I was just at, and I said, when has freedom of speech been taken away from us because it is not free anymore? And what they said to me was, freedom of speech was never free. It was only made for legal purposes. But freedom of speech does not mean that you are without consequences for what you speak. And that dawned on me. I never thought about it that way. I said, that's some real shit.
Right.
That's some real shit. So now that information has been passed down to me, my thought process now on freedom of speech has changed. Prior to that, we're going to go with prior to that because I just became awoke with that. It ain't all there, so fuck it for right now. I believe that it's just way too many sensitive motherfuckers out here now. Everybody in their goddamn feelings about words and blah, 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 blah. You can't say this no more. You can't say that no more. Or they don't use that because it hurts people's feelings. At the end of the day, get out your goddamn feelings. Okay? If you disagree with it, you have all right to disagree, just like I have all right to say what the hell my feelings are. So how are you less wrong than I am? Because you are trying to do to me what you feel like people have done to you, especially the LGBTQ, CRZ, XYNOP crew.
OVO.
Okay. Y'all been in y'all feelings, like I like to use, in all these years, and now you want us to change up what we say, how we say it, where you fuckers can go to the bathroom at and everything else. No. What makes your liberty greater than mine?
I don't think
So
I get what you're saying, but I don't think some of them do feel like that. Then there's some that just been sitting there fighting from jump about the whole situation since everything started and got irate with it. So I think it was just about them fighting for something and them, finding their way through it versus, oh, we here and y'all just better accept it. I don't think everybody is on that same wavelength of thinking, when it comes down to that. But I get what you're saying, though. Yeah, a lot of them have been very entitled to whatever, So I get it.
So that's all I wanted to say, but I had to come on somebody else's page because I was in the room where their phone is, but the person who paged is want their 2 minutes, of course.
Okay. All right.
You goddamn right. What up, though?
What up? What's happening, baby?
What's up, great people?
Hey.
Hey, I tapped in when y'all was right on that on the using the rap lyrics, right?
Yeah.
I tapped in on that, and as far as that, man, like, I agree with y'all say it's one thing because some of these niggas is really describing the whole crime.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Some of these niggas is like, I killed him on this street at this time, his name. They give a nigga government name, bro. Like, I killed Jeffrey Bivens, nigga.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But now, what I will say is, I don't agree with them trying to just use the innuendo stuff, and if that's even a word, but they trying to use they trying to find the underlying meaning to generalizations, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't agree with that, but this is what I will say, bruh. You put shit out into your words are putting out energy, right?
Yeah.
And some of these niggas getting it back in death because that's all they talking about. Some of these niggas getting it back in jail because that's all they talking about is shit gonna get you to go to jail.
Yeah.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? I don't agree with it, but I feel like, bro, like, okay, yeah, your first record, let's make that for the hood, right?
Mm-hmm.
Come on, nigga. 4 years down the line, nigga, 8 albums and 3 mixtapes, nigga, that's all you talk about is murdering?
Right.
Yeah.
Come on, bro. Your life ain't changed none.
Yeah, you got it.
You telling me you still out here on the block, and if you is, nigga, you shouldn't have never started rapping, bruh. Because you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to take you back to a different time. When it was niggas who was really, really, really gangsters that was rapping and DJing and all of that. What was the music about, though? It wasn't about that, was it?
Something totally different.
And them niggas won't catch cases neither. Now let's take it off of the rappers and go to them niggas, them real gangsters that we knew back in the day, them OGs. You weren't taking no pictures of them niggas on the block.
Yeah.
Not you was a gangster.
And you take a picture and slap the shit out of you and take your camera, nigga.
Unless you was a gangster. The gangsters took pictures with each other.
Yeah. You had
At the club. They ain't do that shit on the block.
No, well, maybe on the blocks.
You see what I'm saying? But now you look at your average little gangster these days, These niggas is selling dope on Facebook.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
These niggas is doing that. They are scamming and putting out the scam.
Yeah.
How the fuck will you not get caught?
Right.
Yeah. You right.
So my thing is, nigga back in the day, niggas probably was selling dope to really get a better lifestyle. Cause when you look at it too, the nigga that had that rolling, that nigga had houses too.
Yeah, he did.
They was low key buying up blocks and owning stores and barbershops and car washes and all that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
What these niggas doing now? Buying Balenciagas,
You right.
staying Burberry'd up, buying their kids the dumbest shit that they only gonna be able to wear twice. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So dope dealing used to be to try to get a better way. And of course, nigga, once you get so much, you get caught up in that. Now dope dealing to show off.
Show off, become a target. We appreciate you, man.
Them niggas is showing off. That's why you see all these guns on Facebook.
Yeah.
Man, but yeah, appreciate you, G Dog.
One love, baby. Holla at y'all.
Man.
No doubt.
Yeah. Yeah, he made a good point though, dog. Made a real good
Good points on the, how these dudes out here incriminating themselves and all
Yeah.
that. Like we was a
And they really can't be mad about it being.
good shit.
But he put, but you know what I like about what he said? He put out there the other side of it about shit getting used against you. We was talking about like, how it should and how it shouldn't. Stupid stuff like that. Yes, you deserve to get caught. You deserve for something to get flipped on you because you putting it out there for you to get caught. You putting other people in danger, influencing the wrong people to do this mess. So, yeah, man. What's up,
Oh,
Ken?
we got the guest. What's up, bro?
What up, my guy? How you
What's
doing,
the
man?
deal? Chilling, y'all.
What's the deal, fam?
All right, man. I'm chilling. So I'm just go ahead and put some, just put perspectives. Just let's, so what topic y'all want me to shoot on?
We was talking about
up,
your
man?
freedom of speech being used against you.
Oh, okay. So yeah, I got an interesting one about that. So, I mean, I don't really feel like a freedom of speech will be used against me. If what I'm saying is, what I'm saying, whatever I put out there is, I'm being true to myself. So whatever they bring to me, I'll just look at it like, okay, and your point. You
Right.
see? So it's like, I'm not going to be shook up like, oh my God, I said it. I'm not surprised about what I said. I know what I said because, like I said, I don't be lying or nothing like that. I just, like I said, whatever it is that I feel, and I do keep it like, make sure there's a time and a place for everything. But I'm pretty sure, like I said, if I'm at work and then they bring something up that I did on social media, that's two different things. Like I said, logically just sitting there, like I said, I don't go about it emotionally. I go about it logically. So it's just, what does my social media and work have to do? It's not like I say anything like I said, incriminating, like, oh, I'm tired of this job, I'm about to shoot it up or something negative.
Right.
I
Exactly.
just posted in regular stuff on there.
Right.
For you to do that, that would open it up for me to do. That's an invasion of privacy. But then again, you can lock down your profiles and stuff.
Yeah.
So for you to add me and get on there just for snooping purposes, we could check that. We could do that, and I could get a lawsuit started. Anything that'd be my come up. Hell, this is what was meant for me.
Right.
So that's why I was just like, a freedom of speech being used against you, unless you wasn't true with yourself, then whatever. If there's a consequence with it, then it, like I said, it probably was something that would be dragged into there. But if you were true to yourself, there ain't nothing to be apologetic about.
Right.
Like I said, you were using and exercising your freedom of speech at the end of the day, and that's the given right.
Yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right, man. Well said, bro.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. To be called freedom of speech and then somebody be strict on what you said,
Yeah.
that's flip floppy. That don't sound right.
Hey, but hey, but is that not America? It's the oxymoron, bro.
Definitely America.
Yeah.
So it's not uncommon for it to happen. It sounds ridiculous to us because we're logical people. If you think about it, it don't take much logic to run this country.
Yep.
So yeah, you already know, man. But Ken, I appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you stopping by, man.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Get back on, man.
For sure.
Always. Tune in always, bro.
Yes, sir. Hey, man. That's my man's Ken from the old job, dog.
Oh, that's what's up. Yeah, I was like, oh, we got a new face. That's what's up.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Ken, thanks for stopping by, brother.
You
Appreciate
said that's
that.
the loophole. That is the loophole, Yusuf.
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Let's see who else we got. Some more folks. Anybody else want to tap on in? Say they piece. Get their little 2-3 minutes of shit.
Right. That stuff like that, dog. People need to really just like really stop it. But you know, it's in the perfect world. That's the only way that's gonna happen, man. It's really like one of those things where remember when Hove tried to steal the money phone? Look what happened with that. People still did it, and Boosie even came out and was like, "Dog, down south where I'm at, don't nobody care about what Jay-Z be talking about." It was real. It was
Ain't nobody
real.
following no Jay-Z. Jay-Z don't set a lot of standards like he used to. I mean, some people like us, people who followed him throughout his career, they may still, keep up with the shit that he be saying. But a lot of these new cats down south and other countries, they don't care about that shit. People from the south especially, they gonna do what they do regardless.
Yeah,
It's
definitely.
them. And I would want them to be that way. Keep it authentic, man. Do y'all shit. If y'all want to do the money phone, hey, do that.
Yeah, definitely.
That's something I don't see the point of, but hey, that's what you do.
Right.
Hey, like he say, man, he can't go against his own words, talking about some can't knock the hustle. It is what it is, man.
Right. Yeah, man. Nobody else coming in?
Nah, I don't see nobody else tapping in, you know what I'm saying? Nobody else got no stories to tell.
And I got it, so.
But
Not being scared.
close out though, Nate. What would you say to close out on this topic?
Oh, hold on one second. I'm gonna read this last comment. Yusuf said he make older cats have a different view.
That's true. That's true. I remember Nori. He was talking about how he couldn't listen to Jay-Z because Jay-Z was talking about too much fly shit that he couldn't relate to because he didn't have the money. So he said when he got the money to relate to what he was talking about, he looked at what he was saying different. So I understand.
Yeah, because you seeing what the shit he was saying, like, oh, this is what Hov was saying. Oh, okay.
It's not
now I gotta maneuver different.
right.
Now I have to do in this lane. Yeah.
Yeah.
I totally get it.
Yeah.
Yeah. To close out, what would you say though, Nate?
Oh, wait. Yusuf got one more question. So the topic was freedom of speech. Posting things on social media and it being used against you. So, and you kind of touched on it, like what you were saying about, people being flashy and then on social media and then going to jail and wonder why they fucked up because they, social media is good, but they should be. But closing out, I would say, I feel like old boy Ken, what's his name?
Yeah, Ken.
Yeah, I feel like him. When it comes to things like that, because I used to like argue with motherfuckers on Facebook when I said some shit. Now you can say some shit to me about what I posted. Excuse me, about what I posted on my page. I don't give a fuck. This is my page. I say what the fuck I want to say on my page. I do what the fuck I want to do on my page. If you don't like it, stay the fuck off my page. You know what I'm saying? It ain't for you. Stay the fuck off my shit. Don't worry about what the fuck I'm doing. Don't be all on my motherfucking page trying to motherfucking use whatever I'm saying. If I don't like your bitch ass and I said I don't like your bitch ass, oh fucking well. Now I'm trying to take that shit to court. You know I ain't like you. I said what I said. Oh well. The fuck.
Facts.
I feel. I don't give a fuck.
That's for sure facts.
Yeah. Because what would you say?
Yeah, well, my final take is this, man. Look, just know that the world is changing. Shit is going in a different direction, and whatever you say possibly can harm you. So think about, I would give the best advice to this is think about what space you're in and what space you're trying to get into. And if you know that the space that you get into, if you have, or if you do, or indulge in certain things that you know it's not going to look good for you in that space that you're getting into, don't do it.
Right.
Because you can get in that space and whatever move you make to them may be the wrong move, and then you lose whatever you had going, and it's a wrap.
Yeah.
So just mindful of what you're doing. Please, young lads, young homies out here, if y'all out here, you know, doing y'all thing, which I'm not mad, you know, be safe. For one. Two, stop posting all this bullshit on social media, please. You're not doing anything but indicting yourselves, indicting crew, and indicting the main man who got everything, you know, going on. It's all a domino effect, man. And if you out here just living stupid, chances are you're gonna be in that pen, then you're gonna be living the real life and you ain't gonna like it, and you're gonna, oh my God. It's just not worth it, man. The point is the objective to hustling, I'm gonna give you the game. The objective to hustling is to get out of your situation. It's for you to get your money up, that's what it was originally about. Hustling was about getting your paper so you can provide for your family, put food on the table, and eventually get yourselves out of the slums.
Yeah.
Not out here having all this money and you not doing nothing with it. Like, if you got all this money, invest in something, especially if you're doing music, go ahead and invest in the studio. Why make all these thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars to go spend it on, you know, studio time when you can have those thousands of dollars saved and make and build your own fucking studio? And then there you go. It's all about investing. Be smart with y'all shit. But stop all this self-snitching. Fuck the law with all this bullshit, using whatever I say against me because y'all just want to do that. And I don't care. Fuck y'all. I'm gonna still say what I say. I know what space I'm in. I know I'm in, you know, the podcast life, and whatever I say it has. So fuck it. I don't care, man. I have a right to feel how I feel. I have a right to create content and give my advice and share my story. As long as it's not direct, and as long as it's not, you know, naming names and all that shit, shit fucking matter, man. Kiss my ass. I'm gonna do me. Low that.
Yeah, I feel I feel like, you know, how things should be really working. Somebody should just be able to say whatever it is they want to say. Long as ain't nobody kids being talked about, they ain't talking about killing a bunch of people, it shouldn't be a problem. Long as they not being racist, it shouldn't be a problem. If it ain't hurting you, forget about it. If it's not affecting your money, forget about it. If it's not harming anybody that you love or yourself, forget about it.
Thanks.
That's it, man. Words shouldn't hurt. Words shouldn't hurt, man. But the truth is only gonna hurt people that's in the now. Remember that, man.
Yep.
Have a good one, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
Peace.
See y'all next week. Peace.